This is a video overview of the Foxfire Talon Select blaster. The Talon Select is a flywheel blaster. It takes Talon mags, shoots short darts, and it features a select fire core where you can fire in both semi-auto or full auto modes, which is adjustable. Up top has a Picatinny rail so that you can attach whatever types of sights that you would want to. I've got a nice paintball reflex sight that I really like using on mine. It's got a regular attachment point, so pretty much any favorite Nerf or aftermarket attachment that you like to put on it is available and ready to go. Features, you've got LiPo storage, you got the mag release, and down here, sling point attachment on the bottom. So now let's take this blaster inside. We're going to take a look at the Select Fire core, and then we're going to take it back out and put it over the firing range. Starting on the left-hand side, we have a master cutoff switch. This is basically powers the blaster on and off right here. So when this switch is in the closed in the off position, your electronics are off. The whole blaster, you've got no rev trigger, you've got nothing. So flip that on, and you can kind of see a little bit up in here the MOSFET cycling through, and you can also see that it brings your electronics online on the other side. Also on this side of the blaster, we have the battery compartment, this side of the core, and opens up here with just a thumb screw. Pull this open real quick. Down there a little bit, and it slides right out just like this. And you can see this is where the battery fits in. The battery that I've got in there, it's the same one as this. It's a Turnigy Graphene 3S 1.3 or 1300 milliamp hours. I'm sorry, 3S 75C discharge battery. Battery I like a whole lot. These graphenes are awesome. And I see I've got space in here for the graphene. It fits in there. The wiring is just a little bit tight, but it's pretty much, you get the wiring in the correct position, it's a perfect fit for the blaster. So once your battery's in place, use your thumb screw, and then you lock your battery cover back over. Now flipping over onto the other side of the blaster, we can see here we've got the Select Fire module. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit, get you a little bit closer here so you can see this pretty well. You've got your, down here on the bottom, you've got your Select Fire, so your Select Fire control. So the forward position with the one dart, that's semi-auto. So every time you pull the trigger, you get one dart. When you switch it back here to the 3-dart position, that puts you into full auto. And when you're in full auto, then your controls up here control what's going on with your pusher. And it's got a solenoid pusher in here, so that's what's making the actuation. Now, we've got a control set here on the panel that allows you to control what's going on here. And right now, it is set to 12 darts per second, and it's set at a 50% duty cycle. So you can change the rate of fire, your darts per second, using your up and down arrow keys here on the left side. So if I want to take this down to, say, 4 darts per second, and now the blaster's shooting 4 darts per second. I can take this all the way down to even 1 dart per second. You can go down to 0, but it doesn't do anything. The blaster doesn't shoot when it's on 0. Up to 1, you can take it up as high as, I don't recommend going above 12. Sometimes you can get 13, 14 darts out of it, but once you start going up to numbers above here, the solenoid doesn't retract fast enough, so it actually cycle through. So the recommendation is that you don't take this above 12 darts per second. The second number is the duty cycle, and that's how long the solenoid fires, and that's controlled by the 2 buttons here on the right. And you can bump that up 50. It's a percentage, so at 50%, the solenoid is engaged half the time, and then it retracts half the time. Generally, that's where you want this setting to be. You really don't need to monkey with that. It should be right around 50%, but the controls do exist in case you want to take it down and change the duty cycle up, trying to tinker with the way it's firing or whatnot. It's there if you want to tinker with it, but generally speaking, you leave that one set at 50% duty cycle. So right now, again, we're at 12 darts per second, 50% duty cycle. So anyways, that's kind of a look at what the controls and a closer look at what the core does. Now let's take the blaster out and shoot it. All right, first up, semi-auto. All right, now switching it over to full auto, 3 darts per second. All right, reload. We're gonna bump that up to 6 darts per second. Finally, bump it all the way up to 12 darts per second. All right, is there Worker Gen 3 where it takes 10 shots? All right, so from those chronograph readings, you can see we're hitting about 135 feet per second. Again, that's with short darts. So you get the accuracy of the short dart in addition to, the velocity, the performance, to engage targets at 50, 60, even 70 feet away. So again, this is the overview of the Foxfire Talon Select. It's a flywheel blaster, takes Talon mags, and features a select fire core that has semi-auto and full auto capabilities. Thanks for watching.